live in a tiny home that my mom kidnapped me to live in 5 months ago. Let me give you a tour from inside. Oh, by the way, my name's Honey. Let me take you upstairs to my favorite place. I remember when I was so little and couldn't even come up the stairs. But now I'm a big girl. First place I'm gonna show you is where me and Mommy sleep. This is one of my favorite spots to sleep. Next up is the kitchen. I'm gonna show you a cool trick. Whee! That's all for now.
Welcome back. We're still with 23-year-old Brescia from Houston, who went viral after posting an inside look at her 399 square foot tiny home. That was her dog, Honey, clearly having enough room to have fun. Brescia is not the only person getting in on this craze. Meet Eric and Sylvia Hawkins from Cape Charles, Virginia. After years of living in a 3,000 square foot home, they sold it to live in this 200 square foot, 26 foot long RV. They did not stop there. Eric and Sylvia went on to create their own tiny home village community called Cape Charles Tiny Living, to give others a chance to experience a slowed down, simpler way of living. Take a look.
We literally were living in our home, 3,000 square feet, working our butts off every day, and we were sort of kind of ships passing in the night because we were working to make a life for ourselves, for our children, things of that nature, but we weren't really enjoying our home. We weren't really enjoying our neighborhood. Tiny Living answers and checks the box for a lot of things in our lives, and I have to believe in a lot of other people's lives, at least from what people tell me. And I encourage people, if you're in that point in your life that you want to change, you're tired of the rat race, going tiny just opens the door for things that we didn't expect.
Wow. So, Eric details their journey in his book, Unstuck and Unstoppable, the one image method to break free from overwhelm and achieve your dreams. Welcome, Eric and Sylvia, to the Tam family.
Thank you.
All right. So, Eric and Sylvia, your situation is different. Brescia's just really starting out in life, right? She's a young person. You don't want to start off with debt. She had a great opportunity to save a lot of money with this tiny home. Right. You were successful in your business. You owned your company, an air conditioning company.
Yes.
Sylvia, you're a hairstylist, owned your salon. So you were, quote unquote, living the American dream as business owners.
Yes.
Right. But then you said the rat race. That word stuck out, that phrase stuck out to me, Eric. Rat race got to you.
Because the nature of my business is I'm on call 24/7. Heat, air conditioning. Under the times that most people are spending time together, I'm on call to make sure they spend together under controlled conditions. My wife, same thing. When she's taking care of people so that they can go out and be the best they can be at their events and things of that nature and feel good about themselves. Being a hairstylist and an HVAC contractor, we never saw each other that much.
Yeah. And you talk about, Sylvia, this had taken an emotional toll on your marriage.
Yes.
How was it to keep up? I mean, a 3,000 square foot home, I don't care what part of the country it is not a cheap home.
No.
So to keep up the lifestyle was a lot. What sold you on this idea of tiny living? Because you also have 3 kids, right?
Yes.
You have 3 kids. And you started out the adventure in an RV.
Right.
Yes. We had bought an RV for my son and I. We were racing motocross. He was racing motocross. I'm the one driving. And I got tired of sleeping on the ground. And I bought the RV to facilitate him doing his thing. Right. But after one race, we had been spending so much time together that week. I said, son, let me take you back home. Mom's off for the next couple of days. Let me bring mom back to this RV because we were at this campground. And I want to spend the remaining time I had with my wife and his mom. And when Sylvia and I got back to the RV that evening, something amazing happened. I actually got to read a book for the first time in a long time. Because I used to be an avid reader when I was a kid, but as an adult, I read anything related to my mechanical trade.
So all your reading was about work.
Right.
So you go back to this RV on this night and you read, you feel relaxed, and you think, this is what's missing from our lives.
We weren't bumping into each other.
No.
In the RV,
we were not bumping into each other. She had a little space, I had my little space, and we just did it naturally.
So neither of you needed convincing. Did you need convincing?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvia's like, have you seen me? I've got things, I need space.
Right.
How did he convince you?
Well, he allowed me. Well, I first said, okay, only way I can do, we got to have a contract together. I said, you take me to Paris.
Oh.
We only had two things.
Yeah,
so.
and you got Paris.
Yeah,
okay.
I got Paris.
And what else did you want?
I have a contract to get up when I want to.
You get to get up when you want to, and you got Paris.
Yes.
I'll move in an RV for that. Okay. So fast forward, living in the RV, you felt good. Just like Brisha, she loves her space. She said she does. The only time you said you might change if you get a husband, right? You said something about maybe.
Talk about it.
We'll talk about it. maybe if the right one comes in. But you already had the right one. So now you move into a tiny home, and you've loved this so much. You've created this community in Cape Charles, Virginia in 2021. This is what it looked like before. Yes. This was the exterior of these tiny homes.
Yes.
You went under construction. Did you do the work yourself?
Yes.
A lot of it, yes.
What?
A lot of it,
Yes.
yeah.
And now this is it. What were those tiny homes just doing there?
Abandoned.
They were abandoned tiny homes.
Mm-hmm.
They were what was called a auto court back in the 30s. And that used to have a gas station and a restaurant and such that nature. And that was the earliest form of motel before motels came along.
So you bought all of them?
Oh,
It
every
came
last
all
one.
of it on
All
the
of it.
They came in one
big
bundle.
Right. Yeah.
So in 2022, you started renting 3 of the homes.
Yes.
Yes.
So they started renting 3. They kept going. You have 10 now in the village.
Yes.
8 of them are up and running.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
yes.
And it's called Tiny Living.
Cape Charles
Cape
Tiny
Charles
Living.
Tiny Living.
Yes.
What? I'm amazed by this.
Yeah.
And everything is fully stocked.
Yes.
And people, do you get to buy them or you just can rent them?
No,
So-
there's rental.
Yeah, it's short-term rentals.
They're short-term
Yes.
rentals.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And people come in and they get a taste of it. And do you feel that you've won people over into this concept?
Oh, yes. They're just trying them out because they're just staying for a couple nights or whatever.
So where are your kids? How old are your kids?
Oh, they're older. They're gone. We
They're
don't have
gone.
the
They're
nest.
gone.
We don't have the nest
Do you
anymore.
think you could have done this if they were younger?
We did.
We did, yeah. They were with
So
us.
when we left that big house, we left with 2 children at that time.
Yes.
Yes.
And you lived in the RV with the
We
kids?
had that. We had the RV with the kids, and then we bought another one. Not that one that you're seeing in the picture, but another
This
one. We had two of them.
So y'all had the main RV and then they had a kid RV, like the kid
yeah,
table.
yeah, yeah. That's it.
So what's your hope here? Because I mean, here 2 different generations, 3 different journeys, but all of you collectively believe this is the future. How long do you think you're going to stay in your place, Brisha?
I mean, I don't see a reason to.
You don't
I'm
see a
with
reason
her.
to leave? You see no reason to leave.
Oh, man.
No, that $50 light bill does it for me.
$50 light bill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm never going back.
I love it. Eric, Sylvia, Brisha's mom and dad, thank you. This is really fascinating.
Yeah.
You can check out the book Unstuck, Unstoppable. Follow Brisha on TikTok, and Honey's got his own account as well. We'll be right back.
Coming up, whether you're living tiny or living large, everyone wants to live smart. And interior design star Poonam Moore is here with a first look at HGTV's latest smart home. One lucky person will win it. Will it be you? Plus, Poonam's simple design tricks to enhance any home without overspending.